I forgot to do my countdown. Do you guys still want to count down? Is it too late? Is there anyone even here? I don't know. I was going to do a countdown, but then I just pushed go live. So now here I am. Very tired. Okay. JC's here. Hello. And Gwenna was here. But if Gwenna comes back, hello, Gwenna. Ah, there she is. But yeah, I kind of forgot I was streaming today. I didn't expect to get home at 7:30. But we had our cooking class tonight. And then we had our team meeting. And then I had a whole bunch of supervisor stuff to do. And then lead the cooking class. And then take people home. And then send schedules to people. And then I finally got to clock out. So, yeah, it's been a long day, long week. And again, it's only Monday. But all of my staff are back. Everything is kind of okay. And I should be able to get my sanity back a little bit. And get my routine back. Because I was doing so well with my routine. I had a morning routine. I was making my bed in the morning. I was eating breakfast. I was doing the stuff. And then my schedule got out of whack because I was picking up for people. And so now I'm trying to ease back into doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, that's it. That's what's going on today, at least. No countdown necessary. You're more than enough. Thank you. Glad you're here. Mosquito or something flying. Gift for staff being back and work winding down. Yes, we're fully staffed. I am now the supervisor of 9 people. I went from like 5. Well, I started off with like 6 or 7, dwindled down to like 4, and then now I have 9. So good stuff. Yeah. I mean, we are starting 2 new programs under our program. So the work is still ramping up. We're moving from Missouri to Kansas. So work is also going to be ramping up there too. So winding down might not be the most proper term because there's a lot more to come. But as of right now, we should be settling at least a little bit. Okay, so this is the first time I'm talking to anybody besides the few people I've texted about my book. It wasn't really a book signing, but like my book vendor table. So let me tell you how it went. First, my body did not like me very much this weekend because I spent all day Friday. Started at 8 o'clock. I got lost several times trying to find my vendor spot. So I drove around 3 times before I found the booth I was supposed to be at with the other authors. I was going to just drop my books off, but then it looks like they needed help. So then I stayed and helped them set up because my plan was to drop off my books and then go get some coffee, get some breakfast, and then come back ready to do the event that started at 11. But it was 2 of them. They looked like they needed help setting up. So I kind of jumped in to help set up. So I stayed there an extra 3 hours because I helped them set up. So I was out there from 8 in the morning until 9 p.m. It was very hot. It was, I think, like 85, 87 degrees. We were outside in the sun. There was no cloud. I mean, we had tents and stuff. We had tents. So I wasn't in the sun. So it was more bearable. And there was a nice little breeze. that came periodically. But yeah, my body was miserable. It was awful. And because my body was miserable, my mask was not functioning. So like my personality mask of where I'm like, I can be engaging and talk and do that stuff was just not, I was not on. I was hot, I was miserable, and I I I couldn't fake being excited to be there. So the other authors were like trying to like engage with me and like talk to me, and then when I'm in that, I just give my one word answer. And then I realize later that, oh, I was probably supposed to continue that conversation and like reciprocate something. But then I was like, it's too late. I don't have the energy for that. So I didn't really talk to them that much. I talked to them a little bit. But as the day got on, I just kind of shut down. So that was stressful. So the first half of the day, I didn't sell any books. The rest of them sold a couple, make 2 or 3 copies. 11 authors were featured, and it was me and another 3 that were there that day. The rest of the authors were going to be there on Saturday and Sunday. So Friday was just for us 4 authors, and then 11 authors are displayed on our 2 tables, or like 4 tables. So they set it all up very nicely. It was all nice and cool. And they had like little cards about each person's book so we can sell other people's books. So I kind of just followed their lead because they do this all the time. So then I just remembered what they said about each person's book, and I would try to like do that. And it was very weird to sell my own book because I've never done that before. So I was like, how do I pitch this book? Because, excuse me, one of the ladies' books, hers were included a dog, or included, it was a children's mystery series that was told from the viewpoint of the dog. So the dog was the protagonist. And every time she said it to every person who walked up, they were like, oh my God, that's so cute. And then they would buy the book. So then I'm like, I don't have that like little tagline that's going to get you to buy it. And then the other lady, she's like, oh, this is like, what did she say? Dungeons and Dragons told in the style of Percy Jackson or something like that. I think that was her little like pitch. And then the other person's books were like, if you like Divergent and Hunger Games. So she had her comp titles ready. And I'm like, what the heck is my elevator pitch? I don't know what it is. And so I'm sitting there trying to figure it out throughout the day of like, so then I settled on like, it's about an elemental and a demon shifter who are forcibly bound together to incite a war between the brothers of the Godhead, is what I ended up saying at the second half of the event. Is what is the tagline that I was saying. So I was like, I don't know how to do this, but that's what I came up with that. So that was interesting. So it was really cool to like watch them work and like how they market, how they get people in, how they pitch their books. So that was interesting. Let me go through some of the comments because I've been talking a lot. But so yes, we're talking about how it's going or how it went. Hello, Tiffany. And that was very nice of me. Though I was regretting it because I was like, I didn't get any coffee or any food this morning. So yeah. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, masking was not working. Nope. Couldn't do it. Let's see. What did you use to market the first book? I mean, that's what I did for the first. I mean, at this event, that's what I did. That was my pitch. Before, I didn't do very much marketing when book 1 came out originally. I did it in 2020, and I just wanted to prove to myself that I did it. So I didn't really market at all. Book one. I've never done any marketing at all. So I don't have a pitch. I don't have anything ready to go. And that's what I learned, that you need that to sell your book. But there was some good news. So that first day that I was there, I sold 3 books on my own. I sold 3 books, so 3 of Seed Among the Thorns. One of those was to my nurse, who, funny story, when she came up to me and she was like, "Oh my gosh, hi Morgan, is this your book?" And she was like, talking, like she knows me, because she does know me. And I'm sitting there staring at her, and I'm like, where do I know her from? Where do I know her from? Where do I know her from? And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out where the heck I knew her from. So she buys the book, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's card only. And then I take her card and I look at it. I'm like, oh, I see your name. It all comes flooding back to me that this is the woman who's been coming to my house for the last 5 years and giving me infusion medication. So I don't know. My brain wasn't working at all on Friday because I didn't know who she was. So that was that. She bought a book. And I didn't have to go through the embarrassing of like, oh, what's your name? Because I should know her name. So I did it subtly, like, oh, I'm just trying to get the card reader to work. So I'm like, oh, let me try it. And so I didn't, when I signed her name, I didn't have to say, what's your name? Because I read it on the card. But she bought a book, and then I think the other 2 were like, I guess, organic sales, like people I didn't know at all. So one of them was, I think she was another author in the KC Book Beat that came just to see how it was going. So, yeah. So she did that. She bought one. And then the other one was like, I think he was like a 17-year-old boy, somewhere around there. He was a teenager. And we talked for a long time about like writing, because he was a writer, and he was just telling me, like, he showed me the title, like all the stuff he had on his phone about like all the different titles for things he had, how his writing process was going. And he asked me like, oh, when did you start writing? What made you want to be a writer? It was just I like deep conversations. I don't like the small talk. I don't like the sales. So I just got to talk to him about writing. So that was really cool. And then there was a lot of people who didn't buy the book, but they took my bookmark and they took a picture of the book to like, oh, I'm going to come back the other 2 days this weekend, or I'm going to get it online or something like that. So that was a lot of fun. And it was that, yeah, I think that was my favorite part. And that was when the sun had already gone down. So like my energy was coming back, and I was a little more alive. So that's when it started to get fun, but I was still ready to go. Very much ready to go. So that was my day that I spent there. My books stayed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I picked my books up yesterday, and I got to see what my final sales total was. And there were, how many books did I say? I think there were 8 books sold of book 1, and then 2 books sold of book 2. So the entire weekend I sold 10 books, which I think is fantastic. So I'm excited for that 10 that I sold, because it's my first time doing any of that. So that was exciting, and that was fun. And then today, my manager and one of my coworkers bought book 1. So they each bought book 1. So in total, I sold 12 books over the course of the last 4 days. So that was fun and exciting. And yeah, that was the weekend. That was my first book event. I didn't take any pictures because I again, fried, drained. I was like, I took a picture of the setup, but that's all I did. And that was that. Okay, let me go back because I just saw a pitch. Like when let's see, a raging would-be slave decides she'd rather watch the world burn than help the man she's being tied to, even as she falls in love with him. That is so good. I love that. I do love that. I got another book event in 2 weeks. So I might use that. Three is such a big first step. Thank you. Facial recognition was not working. Yeah. Fried. Burnt egg. Yeah. And what's funny is it's not the first time I didn't recognize her. She walked into my house and she didn't have her mask on like she usually does. And I took a second and I was like, who are you? I didn't say that, but I'm sure my face said, who are you, for a split second. So I don't know what that means. Yeah. Not having to say what's your name is such a victory. It is. I was like, I don't want to say it. I need to know. I'm glad she bought a book though, because then I could. I was able to check her card. Yes, I really like the pitch. And hi, Eva. I hope you're doing okay. Sending you so much love. She should definitely edit it over first. I'll edit it a little bit, but I think it's good. Let's see. Yeah, it is pretty accurate. Bookmarks and pictures are progress. Yes. Is a natural born editor, so I know she would edit over anyway, but I need to send my books to you and have you write a pitch for me. Pitches are hard. That sounded weird. Nice job, that's me. Thank you. That's a lot of books in a short window. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't expect to sell that many, honestly. So, yeah, crazy. Thank you. You need a sticker that has autism user with the underline mask not working for moments like these. Seriously, I thought about just saying it. I'm like, if I'm weird right now, there's a reason. Eva, I used Tylenol sticker. Yeah, my mom took autism, or my mom took autism. My mom took Tylenol. Thank you. Great line. Yes. True. Because I was just sitting there like, I don't know. Oh, and then this guy, he was like, oh, what's your book? And I was like, oh, it's dark fantasy. And then he got this like starry-eyed look on his face and he was like, dark fantasies? Did you just say dark fantasies? And then he went on this whole like tangent about the movie Sketch and what the storyline was and how it reminded him of her dark fantasies coming to life, and it was harming people. I didn't see the movie, but he just explained the entire movie to me and was like, that's so important that you're writing that. I was like, I don't think my book is similar to that movie, but I'm just gonna smile and nod. Yeah. Don't ask me. Elevator pitch my own book. Yeah. I just sent you a text because you're saying Matthew is working. Made me think of a meme I saw. Oh, a meme. Yeah, it was weird. And he was like, I'm a writer too, and I'm working on something. I think he said he's been working on something for 16 years. And he was like, I think it's too deep for the world, though. And I was like, I don't know what to say to that. It was too deep for the world, and he doesn't know what to do with it. And I'm just trying for my eyes not to glaze over. And I just wanted to sit back down. So, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm glad you like dark fantasy, I guess. He found his way to connect, also a Molotile and all. It's no doubt. As someone who overshares the most random at conventions, I may understand the sketch movie guy, but I just didn't understand I haven't seen the movie. So I mean, I kind of got what he was saying, but then I was like, I don't think that's exactly what I'm doing with the genre dark fantasy. I think the girl in the movie was just having like actual dark fantasies, not the genre of dark fantasy. I don't know. I didn't see the connection. I didn't mind the ramble of the movie, but yeah. 16 years and too deep for the world to touch red flags. Yeah. Literary fedora boys. I would love to see what your face looked like when he was talking. I don't know what my face looked like because I was just nodding and I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. As someone whose face also says things I'm meant to say a lot, I can only imagine. I saw another person in your house for the first time ever. I'm not home alone. That is my husband. Kristen, hello. How are you? If they pay rent, keep them. Kind of always expect that she was the house ghost. Yeah, so that was my week. And I also went to the Renaissance Festival for work on Saturday. And that was also very hot. And it tore my back up for some reason. So I was like screaming in pain Sunday night. Last night was a little better. And I'm not in pain today. So that's good. Yes, I am. I'm listening to a new phase of treatment plan, so a little today. Otherwise, okay, good. A little bit exhausted. Ren fair is fun for work. Blech, yeah. Because I had people complaining that it was hot. And I'm like, I know it's hot. I am also hot. We're both outside. Okay? So I need you to stop saying it though. And it's like, girl, drink some water and keep it moving. We're gonna sprint here. I have something to do. Let's see. I'm trying to do a few things while resting in bed. Probably won't be here long. Oh. Yay for not being in pain. Thank you. That is a yay. Transitions can be rough. Yes. Hope you feel better soon. I took my Tylenol and got a new ice pack, but today I ate actual solid foods and enjoyed them, so I think this discomfort is okay. That is good. I'm glad. Thank you all. It'll be a good thing in the long run. This phase is just a little rough, which I expected going into it. That's good news. I'm glad you're doing better. Yes. I'm glad you ate solid today. I'll still be around in chat if anyone isn't sprinting. I do much of much this late. Yes, and we're not doing 45s because I can't focus for that long tonight. We're only going to do 30, and I don't know how many. But I think I'm going to work on some like publishing plans. Some of my not long range, but like the next year, the next probably like year or so, what I want to do with publishing. So yeah, that's what I'll be working on. Thank God no 45s. Yeah, I'm sure 30 is going to be a struggle for me right now. I think I got maybe maybe 2 30s in me. I may last for this next 30 minutes, maybe. I'm still not a night owl. Trying to convince myself to do the ATW October so I have a group of people to go work with. What is ATW? Now I'm going to get my timer up just so we know that the sprint is coming. All the words? What is that? But it's been 20 months of chaos and oh, what happened? But it's been 20 months of chaos and I'm afraid to move like it's not now. Yeah. Like Mama Maggie did for August, but October. Oh. New author tube hashtag for streamers. Yeah. I think he ran into the door. Mostly it's Mama Maggie saying to write so much. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. I won't be doing that. Okay, let's do something. Let's try to get some work done. We're gonna put 30 minutes on the clock. This one has music, but I think I'm gonna mute it. So I'll try to come back before the timer is up so we can hear the gong. They did ATW August and it looked fun. Yeah. I can't commit. Okay. 30 minutes on the clock. Let's focus. And then we'll come back and chat about what we did. Happy sprinting, everyone. Hello, we are back from our first sprint. How did you do? What did you do? What am I doing? I'm working on two computers at the same time. Okay, how was that sprint? You did rambles. Ate some banana. Fun. I'm working on my personal curriculum. I don't want to call it a challenge, but I saw it like a couple. I forget when I first saw it, but I'm kind of having fun treating the things I want to get done as like a course and making a syllabus for it. So I'm currently making a syllabus. So instead of a checklist, it's like an assignment list. So I'm doing that. And we'll see if all this work I'm putting into the syllabus the syllabi, because there's multiple, is even worth all of this effort. So so while we were sprinting, gonna had to go take care of the gremlin. Eva was trying to summon some more friends. Did the spells work? I don't know. It said 5 for a second, and then it went back down to 4. And I'm going to say good night. Already October. I know. Margaret's secret vlog is 50 minutes long. Ooh. What's her secret vlog? Is she sharing a secret? Didn't run away. Just actually doing some things. Nice. Things were done. That's good. I may or may not have dozed off at the end of that sprint, therefore not hearing the timer go off, just the sound of your voice. But I was reading before that. Nice. Fixed a typo in my book earlier tonight, so I was uploading the file to all my distributors and retailers. Fun. Oh, something else I did recently was submit or fill out an application for my book to be in a bookstore, a local bookstore that, hold on. Okay. But I submitted an application for my book to be in a local bookstore, and they allow authors to be in there, or local authors to be in there, and they get to keep 100% of their sales. So they don't take anything. You just get to have your book in there if they select your book. So I submitted that. So that is exciting. Speaking of distributors and retailers. I want to do personal curriculum things too. I know marketing is going to be one of my subjects because I really need to get better at that. Yes, I have a marketing course thing too that I'm working on right now. And I split it up into 5 different sections because half of it's stuff I want to get done and half of it's stuff that I want to learn. It's almost just like a to-do list, but it's not because it's a course. It's an assignment that I have to complete. So we'll see if this works. I don't know. I'm having fun making the curriculum at least. But I hope that's not where the magic ends. And I'm just spending this time just making this and procrastinating, which is entirely possible. Hey, nighttime sleeper. Went out to the house today, so I'm just tired. Nice work. I'll hold down the chat while everyone does things. Margaret on Patreon. Okay, got it. Nice job. You're welcome. Yeah, I learned about it this weekend. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. So I submitted that application. There's another bookstore, but I don't think my book fits in. It's a romance bookstore. And they have an application on their website as well that I wanted to fill out, but my book is not romance. They carry other books, but like it's a romance bookstore. I mean, I guess I could be on the local author table, but yeah, I mean, I might fill it out anyway. I don't feel like there's a ton of romance in book 1 and book 2, but I could just be like, I don't know. It's not a romance. There is, I guess, a romantic subplot, but it's not romance. So I don't know if it fits into the store. I'm trying. I want to do tables with books, but I don't know if I feel like it with my kids' books. And if I do, I want more than the 2 I have at the moment. Let's see. Sometimes I want to write specific ones for specific town events where I can get a table, like a book for the festival. Yeah. That would be cool. Oh, like, so, okay. We have like different. Sorry, I'm thinking and trying to speak at the same time. The thoughts aren't forming. I'll come back when I've fully formulated my thought. But I had a thought about writing a specific book for specific town events. And I'm like, oh, there's so many town events. Instead of like making up a small town, you could just use one of the like, because we have so many different like neighborhoods. And just making like a series based on around that neighborhood. I don't know. That's a thought I had. Kids books, I mean, when I do novels, I don't know if I want to do tables. Feels like more pressure that way. I think kids books are, I think, easier, at least from what I witnessed just yesterday or Friday. The kids books sold very well. Whether they were early reader books or like 10, 11, 12-year-old books, those sold really well. And that's what people were more looking for. It was either like kids or it was like older people looking for historical fiction or crime novels, which nobody at our table was writing. So, just from my one experience, kids' books do a little better at the tables and the festivals. Hello, Margaret. You were summoned. I struggle with whether my romantic fantasy is romancy enough for romance bookstores and promos too. I think it is, but I've been included now a time or two, so I lean into a little more now. See, I don't know. I guess I need an objective point of view because one person, like one review of Seed Among the Thorns was like, it was insta-lovey. And I was like, where? Do they love each other? I don't know. Because it wasn't like in the intention. You know? I mean, there is like a hint of like love and romance and relationship, I guess, but I guess I didn't intend for it. I guess in my conscious mind, I don't know, to be a romance. I don't know what I did, y'all. I don't know. Hello, Margaret. Eating pizza and trying not to get what? Grease on keys. I was like, grease on keys. What is greasy on keys? Pizza sounds good. I haven't had pizza in a long time. Eats banana. Reminds me of that episode of Doug where they dropped a banana on the pizza and it like won first prize or something. Doug and Patty were making a pizza and somehow some mushed bananas got put on top of the pizza and it was like the best pizza ever or something. But side note, I love events. I have one on Saturday. Yay! I have one in 2 weeks. I'm gonna get better at them. It was good 3 days ago, and the last pizza was still tasty. Yay! The last piece was still tasty. Is fall treating everyone well? It would be if it was fall weather. Do they love each other? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. It's not a romance in itself. The series, though, right? Yeah. So the series is not. Book one, though they aren't in love, are they? I didn't think so. From my understanding of what I wrote, was that they had a strong bond. It was almost like they were trauma bonded because they're bound together, right? They're dealing with this. Shaw becomes the only person who actually cares about her opinions and her feelings. So she's feeling a little more strong connection to him. He's feeling the same connection to her because they're both in the same situation where they don't want to be in. And right now they're the only people that they can count on is each other until, she breaks it apart. But I didn't see it as like intense, so that review has just always confused me. I just look at it sometimes and I'm just scratch my head, but yeah. Are they? It's been a while. In Star Fantasy, I did not put it with romance, yeah, but there's a very important romance subplot in the story. Yes. I feel like a lot of YA has a romantic subplot. I wouldn't label most of them romance, though. You're probably in that lane. Yeah. The dark plot is bigger than the romance in the book one. I remember, but impossible to not see the romance on the horizon, bounded and all. Yes. And I think it amplifies a little bit in book two. Well, not amplifies. It goes in a way. I don't know. But yes, Margaret, how is your fall going? And yes, too warm. Too warm for fall. That's why I picked fall events, like fall festival. I was like, oh, it'll be nice and cool outside. But no, it wasn't. Yeah, and they had zero choice in their connection at all. Yeah, trauma bonded. Smoking Light is so character and relationally driven that you can't unravel the romantic elements from the story. So sometimes I'll just ask the coordinator or store or whatever, like, here's my YA romantic fantasy novel. Is it okay to be included? And I let them decide. Yeah, I might, because they have other books in the store that are not romantic-y, like happily ever after romance, but the whole of their store is like decked out in romance, and there's like a little shelf on the side that has some other stuff with romantic subplots. So they might want it, they might say it doesn't fit. So I might let them decide. Yeah. It might not be no more love. I fell apart on Sunday, but over nothing. I not go so far. TikTok really hit me, Eva. 4 friends hit with cancer in the year for me, hoping for success for all. You're the first one to come out of it. Oh, I'm sorry. Less than 2 months from my diagnosis to my doctor saying 5-year colonoscopies and no chemo needed. Feels unfair and like awesome. Yeah. Did y'all hear I'm living in a war zone? No. What's going on? What's happening over there? Why is there question marks on some of the StreamYard comments? Oh, he's barking in his sleep. Does anyone know? Like, Margaret's comment about Warzone has a question mark in a box. I can't click on it though because the star is in the way. I can't hover over it either. Nope, the star is still there. I don't know. StreamYard be doing weird stuff. Have your vlog pulled up for the sprint. So excited to see how long it is. At dawn, we hammer and nail. What do we do? Emotes maybe for the question mark. Question mark box is usually an emoji. StreamYard pretends it doesn't know. It's not that. It's not on the comment. It's like in the corner where you can star comments. It's just in the corner. Okay. Tiffany said if they think it's a question, they add a question so you can see the question. Well, isn't that handy, StreamYard? Still not paying for you. Yes, we tried to summon you, Tiffany. Looks like it finally worked. It is handy. Shannon was the one that told us when I asked. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's just do... Yeah. Okay. Let us do another sprint. Nope. I'm clicking on all the music ones. I don't want the music ones. Ooh. Okay. I'm getting another timer. I don't want the beach. 30-minute fall sweater weather. It's not sweater weather yet, unfortunately. I do T-Street Grab, but I know many hosts will ask for viewers to mark the questions. Yeah. That is pretty handy. So if I ever do like AWC and people have questions, it just automatically marks the questions. Okay, let us do another sprint. I'm going to continue my little curriculum that I might not use, but I hope it helps and I'm not just wasting my time. Okay. Alrighty, 30 minutes on the clock. I'm kind of sleepy. Oh. Tomorrow's not as long as a day for me, so that's good. But I probably will have to go to bed after this 30-minute sprint. So this might be the last sprint. So make it count. 30 minutes on the clock. And I'll see you in 30 minutes. Hi, Andy. Okay, we are back from our sprint. How did you do? I did some more on this little syllabus thing that I am doing. I may be putting way too much effort into this syllabus, but I feel like it's helping me break down the the task I have to do or I want to learn how to do. So I don't know. Okay, we're shaking a lot. Are you okay? Yeah, so that's what I did. Do you want to leave? There you go. What was I doing? Yeah. I don't know what I was saying. But that's what I did. What did you guys do? Tiffany's trying to name a town. A small, no, not a town, a bar. But before I get into that, hello. How are you doing, Monique? Here to work on journaling and planner. Fun. Pete's Pub Buddies. Yeah. All those simple good names I can think of already are real places. Yeah. Not in your town, though. Did some more reading and went to heat up dinner from yesterday. Pete's Pub was probably in 100 towns. True. Yes, that was my dog. He was sleeping and he was like twitching or running, and then he just woke up and shook. So, yeah. I think I'm mostly offended that the name I love is a freaking bakery. What is it? The Dusty Spur. Oh, I like that. I like that. The Dusty Boot. The Dusty Bowl. Like the Dust Bowl. That didn't happen. Did it happen in Texas? I don't know. I don't know history. The Dusty. Trying to think Texas. The Dusty Spittoon. Wait, I think that's from SpongeBob. What is that called? I forgot, but that's something like that in SpongeBob. Got all my files uploaded, reached out to someone I've been meaning to for a while, and read some beta reader feedback. Yay! It can be a bar too. They didn't trademark it. I wish all businesses were named with that vibe though. I hope Simba didn't have a bad dream. I don't know what he was doing. He may have. The Rusted Spur. That actually is a bar. I like the Dusty Spur. Oh, that'll explain why I like it then. The Red Clay Spur. Lone Star Spur. Lone Spur. Spur now sounds like an unreal word for me. Those are bars to something with grits. Something with grits? Like in the name of the bar? Grease and grit. Gritty tequila. I don't know. The Scarlet Spur and the Velvet Spur. Okay, Kristen's getting ready for bed. Thanks for the sprint here. Welcome. Hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Have a good night. Those are actual places. Have a good one, Kristen. Good night. Aren't places you can find online, you mean? I'm sure they exist. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna come get you if it's not like a big name. Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of the greasy spoon from SpongeBob. What was the spittoon one? I don't remember. Yeah, they're not gonna come get you. I'm sure there's many a restaurant or many a bar with the same name. But it's a different Pete that owns it. Okay. The salty spittoon. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. The salty spittoon. Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you? Okay. I got it. Don't call it that, because I think they might come get you. The Greasy Spoon is a song from SpongeBob. It's from the episode where Mr. Krabs sold SpongeBob's contract to Plankton, and then he had to go work at the Chum Bucket. And they were singing about a greasy spoon. So, I don't know what greasy spoon you're talking about, but that's what I was thinking of. What is the song Greasy Spoon? Salty Spur? Yeah, you're Gen X and not millennial. Yeah, I just SpongeBob. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm a millennial who loves SpongeBob. The fact that you remember the exact episode just says how much you love the show. Yes, I do. I hate that word. Leave me alone. I heard about Chaperones, Pink Pony Club, the SpongeBob edit. Yeah, I mean, I speak not exclusively in SpongeBob memes, but I am well versed in SpongeBob quotes and memes. So when people don't know them, just like when people don't speak TikTok, it's just weird. It's just like, how can we relate to each other? If I say a TikTok sound and you just stare at me, if I say a SpongeBob quote and you're looking at me like I'm crazy, it's just hard. My daughter is a millennial for sure. There's an actual restaurant in Texas called the Greasy Spoon Soul Food Bistro. Interesting. "6 hours later." Yeah, I like that one too. I do not speak TikTok at all. Yeah, there's one person on TikTok who she does like little like I guess comedy little skits, and she'll get in the car and she'll talk to herself in like TikTok sounds, and then her other self is looking at her like, what are you talking about? Because it's supposed to represent somebody like your friend who's not chronically on TikTok. And it's just funny because it's like you're like brain rotting TikTok sounds, and they're looking at you like, what the what? Yeah, so that's funny. I probably have heard it out of context, but still get it from newer contexts. I just like that cartoon a lot when my daughter was young. So sorry. It's okay. I love it. Okay. I was about to say, I'm ready. I know everything. I know everything I know if it's for memes. I'll figure out the bar later. The Dusty Rodeo. Not a fan. Same with South Park, except for the present takedown, of course. SpongeBob is just so fun. And I'm sad. I mean, I'm not sad that you guys don't like it, but it just makes me happy. I'm actually deciding between the two dogs I like from my main guy. Okay. I like Salty Spur a lot. I do too. I liked South Park for a while, but by 2000, I'm pretty sure it was old for me. I didn't like South Park. Yeah, didn't like South Park. My sister watched it. That was not my show. Whiskey Spur. You might have done it. There isn't a Dusty Rodeo I could find. I like that one too. Which two dog types? I just don't get it. Is that in reference to SpongeBob? But like, I don't know. It's just so good. It's so funny. Okay. I have no idea about dog types. I just have two pictures. My little sibling used to do acting skits, and one of his lines was fire at will, but his name was Will, so always got chaotic about that time. The talk of small town Texas bars made that memory resurface. Oh. Pick the doofier looking one. Yeah, what kind of dog? Big dog, little dog, brown dog, black dog, white dog, spotted dog, striped dog. They're striped dogs. I don't know. Spotted. Did I say spotted dog? All the dogs. Pick a dog. Are there striped dogs? I don't think there are. It didn't help that SpongeBob was just the most irritating character ever. You sent what to Morgan? The dogs? The dogs? Oh, these dogs are so cute. I'm going to share the dogs on the screen. Okay, I'm going to share the screen. Share the screen. Where'd my dogs go? Wait, I don't want to share my whole text chat. Hold up. I'll just point it. I'll just hold it up. My phone. Okay. Oh. Nope. That's the lock screen. Up. 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 I don't know how to do this. It's a golden retriever. It's so bright. I don't know what to do. Nope, that's the lock screen. Golden retriever. No, yeah, it's a golden. I don't think it's a lab. I used to be well worse dog. This one looks like an Alaskan Eskimo. But it's like a tiny little one, puppy, teacuppy version. It looks like a small American Eskimo. I used to know dog breeds so well. I used to be obsessed. One of my other special interests when I was a child is knowing everything about dogs. And go with the blonde puppy. Say the baby golden. Make him less lab retriever though, and make him a rescue. Golden over an Eskimo. Their wines are a lot. Yeah. I'm going with the idea that it's this big burly man. He has this little dog that he thinks he's as big as his owner. Yeah. The only thing is both of those get big. Especially, I think a golden is bigger than an American Eskimo from my recesses of my mind as far as everything all the dog books I've read as a child. But I think they come in toy. I think they come in different sizes. So I think we have genetically engineered them that you can get a teacup version of an American Eskimo. So he could have a teacup version, or he could have, if he wants a small dog, he can have a Maltese. They're like a little white, fluffy, not really that fluffy dog. But some of them grow really long hair, like the ones you see in the like Chinese paintings, where their hair is like all the way down there. If he wants like a little tiny little thing. He's back. Dachshund. Their description. I think so too. Corgi for the heart, but I cuddle a corgi. Pomeranians, yeah. Or about a little Shih Tzu. I think he should have a little Shih Tzu. Or a Papillon, the butterfly dog. Are you okay? Something in your nose? The family has those and they are too much. Which one? Pomeranian? Shih Tzus? Papillons? My big boy is a mountain dog, a Swissy, I think. Not officially, but so it seems. He only notices my husband. That's his entire world. Oh. Yeah. I mean, do you want like a tough little dog? Like a scruffy little dog? Or do you want like a prissy little dog? Because there's lots of other little dogs you could have. But do you want one that's like rugged? Or you want one that's cutesy? Because if it's a big burly man, I think he should have like a little Bichon or something. Oh, the Shih Tzu. Yeah. Is this the one I just got the notification for forthcoming, Tiffany? I mean, I think all little dogs do that. You know, little dogs have big dog energy, just regardless. Usually. I think he should have a Bichon. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but yeah. Or a Pomeranian. Dachshund mix. Mm-hmm. Very aggressive little cuties, but I'm biased. Now I'm looking at dogs. Just got an Amazon email. I'm guessing for Tiffany's latest book release or upcoming book release, maybe. You want me to? I can share. And then I'm gonna leave. Well, sure. This is a Bichon. And then Papillon. And then Pomeranian. And you got a little Pomeranian. I always wanted one of these dogs when I was a kid. I don't know why, but these were my favorite terriers, and I really wanted one. That is a fluffy little thing. Oh, that's cute. That one is my pick, the Papillon. I like that one. Fancy beagle looking dog to me. No. Those ears are so sassy with the Papillon. Westies. I loved Westies. I'm also partial to schnauzers. Because they have little beards. And I just think they're so cute. This one needs his eyebrows trimmed though. And I think they can get, I don't know how big they get. But I think there's also a miniature schnauzer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all the dogs that I said that I can think of that are little and cute. Oh, what was the other one I was going to do? A Yorkie. They have a lot of hair, though. If you don't cut it, they have a lot of hair. Like, this is just not cute to me. Why'd you do his hair like that? Or her hair like that? This is cute. This, like, looks like one of the, what's that thing from that space thing? A Wookiee? Yeah, I think they're cute, but all this hair I could not do. I just looked up the Westies dogs and I think I found one. Yay. But I only had a dachshund now and now a big boy. I love the dog talk. My mom had a mini Yorkie. It's hair, not fur. Yeah, which is nice. How do Yorkies have any more hair than all the others? I don't know. That's what my parents have had since college. Oh, okay. And that's only for show dogs. Even still, too much going on. All that hair blowing in the wind, a lot to maintain. But yes. I love the dog talk. All right, friends. I'm going to go to sleep, maybe. I'm going to go lay in my bed at least. And I don't have any stream set up for October, but I think I will continue to stream on Monday nights. So I'll probably get that set up soon. And I need to finish this little curriculum thing I got going on because I need to actually start it. So yeah, that's all. I will probably see you guys next Monday. Thanks for hosting. You're welcome. Bedtime. Take care of yourselves. Good night. Thanks for the stream. I also sent the winner. Oh, wait, let's see the winner before we end. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I love Westies. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, I want a Westie again. I also want a Border Terrier, but that's another story. Okay. We're going to end. Good night, guys. I will see you at somebody's stream probably before Monday. So, good night. Bye.